In the realm of snooker, Mark Selby is a towering figure, renowned for his steely determination and formidable prowess on the green baize. However, behind the polished exterior and accolades lies a silent struggle that few were aware of until recently: depression. The four-time world champion's revelation earlier this year sent shockwaves through the snooker community, shedding light on the often overlooked mental health challenges faced by athletes, even those at the pinnacle of their sport. For years, Selby grappled silently with the weight of depression, keeping his inner turmoil hidden beneath a facade of stoicism. But the burden became too heavy to bear, culminating in a candid admission following his defeat to Barry Hawkins in the Masters quarterfinals. "I've been suffering for years with depression and bottling it up," Selby confessed, breaking the silence that had shrouded his struggle. The decision to speak out about his battle with depression was a pivotal moment in Mark Selby's life, one that was fraught with uncertainty and inner turmoil. For years, he had grappled with the heavy burden of his mental health struggles in silence, fearing judgment and misunderstanding from those around him. However, it was the unwavering support and encouragement of his wife, Vicky, that provided the beacon of light amidst the darkness. Vicky's gentle reassurance and understanding created a safe space for Selby to confront his demons and acknowledge the depth of his pain. Her unwavering presence by his side served as a constant reminder that he was not alone in his battle, that his struggles were valid, and that seeking help was not a sign of weakness but a courageous step towards healing. In the quiet moments of introspection, Selby grappled with his decision, weighing the risks and uncertainties that lay ahead. The fear of being judged or stigmatized loomed large, yet so too did the hope of finding solace and support in sharing his truth with the world. Ultimately, after much contemplation and soul-searching, Selby realized that remaining silent was no longer an option. He understood that by speaking out, he not only liberated himself from the shackles of shame and secrecy but also paved the way for others to do the same. In acknowledging his battle with depression, Selby became a beacon of hope, a voice for those who suffered in silence, and a testament to the power of vulnerability and authenticity. Through his courageous act of self-disclosure, Selby shattered the stigma surrounding mental health in sports and sparked a much-needed conversation about the importance of mental well-being. His journey serves as a reminder that strength is not always about holding back tears or putting on a brave face but about finding the courage to confront one's innermost struggles and seek help when needed. In the embrace of Vicky's unwavering support and the warmth of the snooker community, Selby embarked on a journey of healing, one that would not only transform his own life but inspire countless others to do the same. Selby's journey to confront his mental health struggles head-on represents a profound triumph, one that transcends the boundaries of the snooker table. While his achievements in the sport have solidified his status as one of the greatest players of his generation, it is his courage in facing his inner demons that truly defines his resilience and strength. Engaging in online sessions with a doctor demonstrates Selby's commitment to seeking professional help and actively participating in his own healing process. These sessions provide him with the tools and strategies necessary to navigate the complexities of depression, offering invaluable insights and guidance along the way. Through therapy, Selby gains a deeper understanding of his emotions, learns coping mechanisms, and develops resilience in the face of adversity. Equally introspective, facing similar struggles. His openness and vulnerability not only break down the barriers of stigma but also offer hope to those who may feel trapped in the shadows of their own minds. By sharing his story, Selby shines a light on the importance of seeking help and reaching out for support, proving that true strength lies not in the absence of pain, but in the courage to confront it. "I feel as though half the battle is won," Selby remarked after disclosing his truth to the world. Yet, he remains acutely aware that the road to recovery is long and arduous. In sharing his story, Mark Selby has become a beacon of hope for athletes and fans alike, dispelling the stigma surrounding mental health in sports and inspiring others to seek help without shame or hesitation. As he continues to grace the green baize with his skill and determination, Selby's journey serves as a powerful reminder that strength isn't always measured in victories but in the courage to confront one's innermost struggles and emerge stronger on the other side.
Yeah, I was surprised how I played really, because I've not really played at all. I played a few days before the European, played okay against Matthew, and then Jordan played okay against me. And then I've not really hit a ball since then. I probably played an hour before I come up here yesterday. So yeah, just not really got any motivation at the moment to play, but you know, I'm out there and I'm battling.
Is this the least amount of practice that you've done, aside from injury? Is this the least amount of practice that you've done in your career?
Yeah, I mean, obviously with what's going on, which obviously everyone knows, which I announced on social media. I've just been trying to work on myself, you know, and just get myself in a better frame of mind and get better. I spoke to the doctor I'm working with to see if I should carry on playing, and he said, well, I think you should carry on because it gives you a focus rather than just sitting at home and just looking at four walls and locking yourself away. So I've carried on playing, but just the motivation to practice and put all the hours in is not there at the moment. So I feel as though coming to tournaments, you're sort of kidding yourself, you know, because I'm thinking I probably shouldn't really be playing in it if I'm not really putting the hours in, because you're not really giving yourself a chance.
I suppose people do things different ways. I mean, Hossein thought maybe, you know, you might want to take a break, but obviously you enjoy playing. I know that, I mean, you took quite a long break after you won the World Championship. I don't think you picked up a cue for 2 or 3 months, did you? It's a long time to be away from the game, isn't it?
Yeah, I was just playing golf, you know, and just enjoying a bit of time off.
Yeah.
And then I practiced, obviously, up until just before the European, when I started sort of putting my cue down a bit. I mean, probably ever since I basically come out and said, obviously, like that I'm suffering at the moment. Since then, I've not really played that much at all.
And since you did come out and, you know, explain your problems, and do you feel like there has been a kind of a weight lifted? I mean, or do you even feel even more under the spotlight now?
No, I feel as though I should have done it a long time ago. You know, I've been suffering for a few years and bottling everything up and not really saying anything. I've been on medication for probably 4 or 5 years now. And Vicky kept saying to me, look, I think you should probably say it, but I'm not one of them to just say it and make an excuse, you know. I mean, there was never really a right time, and I never felt that it was the right time to say it. It was just, we was travelling home after the Masters. Vicky had gone into the services to get a drink, and I just sat in the car and just sat there just staring out the window and just felt I can't carry on, just keep bottling it up and trying to hide it all, you know, and just basically wearing a mask, like I said in the tweet. So I thought the best way to do it, rather than just make an announcement and say it in an interview, I thought if you do it on Twitter, obviously there's a lot of people on there, it's probably the best way, and it felt the easier way for me rather than just verbally say it in front of the camera.
So you know, all these world titles you've won, you've done even better to win them. You know, thinking about it, I follow cricket, as you know, and I've read a book about a cricketer, I won't mention his name, but he said that he had issues, you know, he had sort of mental health problems.
Yeah.
But when he was out in the middle batting, no one could get near him. He was out in where it should affect him badly.
Yeah.
In his case, that was his safe space. And maybe, you know, at the Crucible, when you've won all these world titles, given you said it's been going on a few years, is that a safe space for you out there at the
Maybe.
table?
I mean, when I'm at the table and obviously you're working out the breaks, you sort of think of nothing else other than the shots you're playing. The hardest part for me, I find, is when I'm sitting in my chair and trying not to think about too many things. And it's not really snooker related, it's just a lot of things off the table. 2016, I was in a bad place. Even when I won the Worlds, I mean, 2 tournaments before I played and I missed both of them, wasn't going to play in the Worlds. And even Vicky said now, if you look back, even when I'd won the final and I picked the trophy up, Vicky said she came to the table with her and Sophia. And I basically just looked for them as if there wasn't even there, and she knew that I wasn't really right then. But, you know, I mean, like I say, I've been suffering for a while, been on different medication. Doctor's put me on another different medication, and I'm working hard with this doctor. Got another session with him tomorrow morning, so hopefully now, like you say, I've mentioned it, I feel as though half the battle is won, but there's still a long way to go. Do
you feel that you can be more yourself? You know, you talked about, you know, a mask and, you know, a facade of, you know, listen, you are the jester from Leicester, you know, and, you know, you chat, we have fun. All of the tour, I know the snooker community have been very supportive to you. Yeah. But how hard was it to kind of keep up that when things were really tough?
Very, very hard. I mean, obviously, like, when I was at tournaments and I mean, sometimes I was okay. I was always up and down, which obviously that's what depression is like. Sometimes you can go for a period where you feel sort of half okay, and then other times you're not as good. But I was doing it for a while, you know. I mean, people were saying to me, "You okay?" And I was just like, "Yeah, fine." When really I knew that I'm not. Where at least now, by coming out with it, if somebody says, "Oh, are you okay?" and you're like, "Not really. I'm having not such a good day." I mean, especially at the Masters, even yourself, Rachel, when you came up to me, even during the match when I played Barry, you said, "Oh, you just didn't look yourself out there," and basically I just ignored what the situation was and said, no, I'm fine, I just played poor. But Vicky knew at the start of the match that going out there, it was going to be tough, because she knows me as good as anyone, and she knows that if I'm in a good frame of mind, she knows what I'm capable of. But she sort of said to me after I'd lost, she said, look, obviously going out there, I just didn't fancy you to win even before the start of the match, because I knew how you was.
Yeah, I did notice, you know, even at the Masters, and I know, listen, we've done so many losing interviews. They're never nice, they're never easy, whoever the player is. But, you know, I did see something in you then. I was like, are you okay?
Yeah, and I didn't want to just I mean, like I say, there's never a right time to do it. If you do it after you've lost, people say, oh, it's an excuse, obviously, like because he got bashed up with Barry and stuff, which was never the case. But I mean, whenever I'd done it, people could use it as an excuse, you know. And like I say, didn't really feel a right time to do it. It's just I was sat in the car, just basically staring into space, and I thought, look, I just can't carry on, obviously, hiding it, you know.
Yeah.
I felt as though, obviously, I needed to come out with it.
It's difficult because at the tournaments, even at the Masters, I can think of that week, we were having chats, we were coming up, we were talking about the cricket, you know, which was no fun for any of us to speak about, but generally you're always the guy who comes up and says, as a chat,
Yeah.
of all the players on the tour,
Yeah.
you speak to everyone, the guy you're playing, you know, all of us guys who work in the media and all that,
Yeah.
and it's from an outsider's point of view, and I mean, I know you reasonably well, but not like really well.
Yeah.
It's hard to see it, you know, you can't see the problems because sometimes you put on, as you say, a brave face,
Yeah.
and you're very chatty, you know,
Yeah.
at the venues.
Yeah, and I mean, it's tough, and you're trying to explain to someone what you're going through, and unless they've been through it themselves, it's hard to sort of relate to how you're feeling, you know. I mean, from one day to the next, I just don't know how I'm going to wake up. I could wake up tomorrow and I could feel sort of half okay, or I could wake up and feel, oh, it's like every day just seems like 48 hours long at the moment.
Well, listen, it's a battle, clearly, but you've really shone a light on it, you know, because we see you as a happy-go-lucky, fun person, but really, you know, I'm sure there are many people in sport and, you know, in life, you know, going through these struggles. Hopefully you can find some inspiration and enjoyment here in Wales, because to be fair, the crowd, the fans, they were good, you know, today, and a good atmosphere, nice venue, and I know this tournament's very special to you.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's probably the most I've played in front of for a while, you know, whether because I've made the announcement they feel sorry for me and they've all come crowding in. But no, you know, I mean, I've had great support since I've come out with it. There's a lot of people on social media saying, look, obviously, if you need to chat, I'm here. And hopefully by coming out, I've helped a lot of other people as well, you know. Yeah, you know, I'm trying. Obviously, I'm not going to give up. I'm working hard with this doctor, doing the things he's telling me to do, and I'm sure, obviously, I'll get through it. It's just going to